Alright, YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and react to this video right here. Yep.
And this.
Time to start shopping at Trader Joe's.
And this.
So this woman just hit this guy,
Yeah, I
and
seen
she's
all.
trying to steal from the store.
And you're sick of it? Chances are you're experiencing black fatigue. What is black fatigue?
Essentially, black fatigue is a growing weariness of the actions of the quote-unquote black community.
It's not black fatigue. It's ghetto fatigue. It's ratchet fatigue. People are tired of the ratchosity. Yeah, I made that up.
I mean, she kind of right, I guess. But me personally, I don't care. I'm still gonna call it black fatigue. If y'all black folks want to get mad, boo hoo, kiss lip bricks, kiss marbles.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the This Bahamian Gal podcast. My name is Rogan, and on my platform I do social commentary and reaction videos. I encourage my audience to have private conversations in public. If you are listening to the podcast version of this episode and you want to watch the video, please go to my channel, This Bahamian Gal, or rather youtube.com/This Bahamian Gal. And if you are watching and you just want to listen to the podcast version, please find me on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and everywhere else that you get your podcast. So let's just get right into today's video. So I'm sure many of you have heard of this trending topic known as black fatigue. Now here's the thing. A lot of people think that this black fatigue is only occurring in white groups, that white people are mad at black people or having black fatigue. But it's other races as well, including black people who are starting to have black fatigue.
Yep, like me myself.
Hey man, it's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue. And basically, it's white Americans are sick of our
I got news for you. Black Americans are sick of your...
Yes,
That's right.
we are.
Black people.
Yep, like me. I'm sick of y'all shit too.
Are sick of black people's...
Preach.
This is what black fatigue looks like.
I'm just trying to get my sandwich, bro.
This is why people are tired of black people. We can't even take y'all to Subway to order a sandwich without y'all arguing and trying to fight each other.
True story. I remember I went to McDonald's one time, and there was a black girl getting into it with the cashier. I don't know what the hell they was arguing about, but they were going on for a minute. And her friend had like take her outside. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think they left that day. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Me personally, it was just another day. I kept the pushing.
Black people like to think that
Hey, I got my food. It's pretty nice.
the world revolves around them. That you gotta wait on black people. We gotta get ours first. I'm gonna handle my business. I don't care about anybody else. I gotta sit back and yell and scream and holler and act like I'm a little girl rather than a grown woman in a restaurant. This is another reason for why people don't take black women seriously, because they act like this. I don't care who was wrong in the situation. Both of you are hood rats acting like two children. This is the main reason for why I'm not even talking about white people, but a lot of minorities in this country are tired of it.
Oh yeah, I got another story. I remember one time my grandma was in the Subway. It was a long line. There was this black girl. She literally like came up to the register, cut in front of everybody just for damn cookies. Like, bruh, why would you do? Get your ass in the back of the line, motherfucker. Better wait like everybody else. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, cause let me calm down.
Black people, because they have to deal with this on a daily basis. They have to go to restaurants and go to schools and go to parties and go anywhere. And this is the kind of behavior they see from black people. We take up a bunch of space, we sit back and we put all of our business out there for everyone to hear. And then when someone says something, Oh, they in the wrong. Who the fuck are you? You need to mind your own business. You made it everyone's business when you came outside to act a fool today. So don't be surprised when someone wants to say something about it.
This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue. What does that phrase actually mean? Essentially, black fatigue is a growing weariness of the actions of the quote-unquote black community. But it goes deeper than that, because we are in 2025 now, and we are being judged based on the content of our character and not the color of our skin. But the interesting part is, the lie that's been sold to the black community in particular is that the color of our skin dictates the content of our character. That's why in the black community sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, you are acting white, when they're talking to someone like myself who doesn't act the way most people would expect a conventional.
But why though? I don't understand that. Shouldn't that be a good thing? You talking proper, you dressing nice. What's the issue? Be real. I mean, come on. I don't want to be like you. If I want to talk nice, dress nice, what's the issue? I'm doing me. Man.
Black person.
Let that make sense.
In their minds, there is a correct way to act black. And the people in your ethnic group who fulfill those very negative stereotypes, those are the ones who...
If they got a problem with that, guess what? I'm going somewhere. I had to clean my dope, but I'm going somewhere else, man. With someone going appreciate how I talk and dress, because I don't want to be around people who like to down me and wants me to be on their level. No, I want to move up a level, bro. Trying to succeed.
We're going to essentially drag down the collective whole, and that's why there's individuals who are black who do and can have black fatigue, because they see how damaging it is to see the worst of us attract all this negative attention that then unfortunately gets ascribed to the entire race all too often. But what's unfortunate is here in 2025 now we have to contend with the fact that there's people who are so sick and tired of seeing those negative aspects, those negative individuals in the black community attracting all this attention. That's what is spurring this black fatigue.
It's not black people, it's the subculture. It's the obnoxious, loud, belligerent, confrontational, not in control of their emotions, not in control of their feelings group that are giving everybody else a bad name and expecting people to just kind of shut up about it. And they look at you like you're the problem when you're looking at them and they are the problem.
Yep. Good grief. In public too. Lord have mercy. Oh, and this is what that dude was talking about. Y'all acting a fool, and y'all wonder why people don't want nothing to do with us. Because we act like this. Like, bruh, what are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? No proper etiquette whatsoever, man. No class, no nothing.
Yo, y'all funny as shit, bro.
Look at this.
Hey, nah, you got the babies, baby. Hey, don't do that. You got the babies, yo. Y'all got the babies, baby.
She needs to go. She needs to go. You feel like, hey, yeah, you can play that pussy shit all you want. I'm on this fucking line.
Lord have mercy.
This is unbecoming of Walmart.
What I need my audience to understand is that not every black person acts like a donkey in public. I go into restaurants all the time. I go into fast food restaurants. I go into the mall, all kinds of stores, and there are black people in there who are civilized, they're decent, they're respectful, they're in to get their stuff, and they get out. They don't cause a ruckus. It's
Nope.
the subculture.
Nope.
And
She's
what
right.
always has bothered me is that I find that the worst of black subculture is seen as something to aspire to. One of the things I often hear, and you know, for those of you who've been rocking with me for a while, and you know I do all types of content, But there was a period too where I was very critical of the black community, and I was very outspoken about it, and I got a lot of hatred, mostly from African Americans. Let me be very clear with you, who would come and call me, a coon and a sellout and a Uncle Tom and a Auntie Tom and all kinds of stupid names.
Yep, they will call you that. If you dare criticize the black community, oh, they will come for your head no matter what. Best and believe you criticize them, man, I don't know if I can finish. I mean, it's down bad. They wanna know why we get treated the way we treated, but when the answer is given to them, oh, it's a problem. Like, make up your damn mind. You want to fix a problem? You want a solution? Okay then. Lord have mercy. Oh man, I got to calm down. Oh Lord, okay, I got to focus. Lord have mercy. Just
my personal favorite, Auntie Ruckus, because they didn't like me calling this stuff out. But the fact of the matter is, it's not just me. It's a lot of people. And what we're seeing now is a lot of white people are like, I don't give a damn. You could call me racist. You could say whatever you want to say about me. I don't care. You're ratchet. You're ghetto. I don't support any of this stuff that you're doing, and I'm going to call you out on it. Yes, I am going to look at you like you're an idiot when you're standing in line arguing with the person who's fixing your food. Absolutely. Yep. I'm going to tell you to calm down. And I think it's about time, to be honest with you. I felt like white people were being so docile in some respects, because maybe it was just a different time. Maybe people were trying to be respectful. Maybe they just didn't want the confrontation. But now they're like, nah, you're not going to talk to me all recklessly and all kind of crazy. So you are seeing a lot of white folks now saying, yeah, I have black people fatigue or black fatigue.
Brought to you by...
Bro, I hate these damn ass so damn much, bro. Why would you do this?
I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I go into Popeye's Chicken. Delicious ghost pepper wings. I love those ghost pepper wings. And someone's standing there arguing with someone because they forgot a biscuit. They don't put the biscuit in anymore. You have to pay for it. Anyway, my point is, you are just acting like a complete idiot in the line. Mm-hmm. For what? In the front of children, in the front of elderly people, in the front of other customers. So they just don't care. So it's the ratchet crew. It's the ashamed of nothing, offended by everything crew. Everything and everyone is racist when they call them out for their bad behaviors. Yep. Why is it so bad to be civil and civilized in public? Why is it so bad to be respectful to the people who are serving you? I never understood how people can go into a fast food restaurant and think that they could just talk all sorts of, just recklessly towards individuals who are working to serve them.
I think I got an idea. Maybe it's because of the influence they be seeing. Like these rappers. Yeah. Maybe rappers, maybe one, no, not one. No. Yeah, it's rappers. I think rappers are a bad influence on the black community. There's other factors too, but the only one I know is rappers. So wherever they see rappers do, they want to emulate that. If that makes sense. So yeah, that could be a possibility.
Service, not servitude. And I find that this happens especially in the black community, right? Whenever one black person acts a fool, or it could be two or three, then the whole race is labeled as that.
Yep.
I could be standing in line quietly, just waiting to place my order. I could be saying thank you and being polite to the person who's serving me. But I get painted with that same broad stroke that person gets painted with. And it's embarrassing.
Yep.
And it always happened in Popeye's Chicken. See, they don't have these problems at Popeye's Salads. Like, at some point, it's like, are you really just determined to be the stereotype? Another thing that people will come and say in the comment section is, oh, here goes these sellout black people coming with their respectability politics. Why is it a bad thing to be respectful and respectable in public? how is it respectability politics if I'm saying that someone should act appropriately in public? Like, why are you even screaming in a restaurant? If you came across my channel, all of a sudden I was just screaming and carrying on and cussing, and you had no context about who I am and what I'm about, what would you say about me? If you just switched your channel, or you just went on my channel, you just came across my channel, and I was cussing and carrying on, you'd never seen me before, what would you say about me? You'd make judgment calls about me too. So why is it taboo for someone to make judgment calls about someone who's acting like a complete donkey in public? I read online a few days ago, and I was thinking about doing this topic. And this guy, he's black. He says, nothing motivated me more to save for my house than living amongst people who acted like donkeys. These are my words, because he just went off. He wasn't cleaning it up. He was like, I would come home to my apartment building, and you see a bunch of, his words, ninjas, use your imagination, standing outside smoking dope, and cussing and carrying on, or playing their music in their car real loud. He's like, can you imagine I'm coming home from a long day's work, and then I have to deal with that? But he said that was the catalyst, that was the impetus for him to save his money, to move out of that neighborhood.
It's crazy. I always hear black people say that we gotta stay away from white people bad. But why we got that brother she mentioned and few other black people moving out the hood away from other black people's shenanigans? Let that make sense. If white people are really bad, why you got black people living in a white neighborhood? Why? Leave it up to y'all.
And that's what's happening. You have a lot of respectful and respectable black people who are like, I don't want to be around this. So it's not just white folks who are saying they have black fatigue, or as I put it, ratchet fatigue.
Yep.
It's a lot of black people as well. I don't think there's anything with wanting standards in public. I don't think there's anything wrong with being respectful in public. And sadly, people will always say, well, the people who need to see these types of videos, they don't see it. They see it, some of them just don't care. And then while I'm having this conversation, right, because I do find that there are some people who are just running out, they're just quick to say, see, that's all black people, and it's not. There are black people who have white people fatigue. They are white fatigue. They're tired of going to their gyms and being asked by some woman, do you come to this gym? Can you prove that you come to this gym? They're sick and tired of walking around their neighborhoods and being asked, do you live around here? Where do you live? Because these people are policing them 24/7.
Please move, ma'am.
I can. Do you live here?
We're asking that question, excuse me.
I'm sorry. The keypad is right there. You can film
This
me.
shit for
That's
that, I ain't gonna
fine.
lie.
But you're blocking me.
Into my.
I remember this video. This shit funny. I read the comments. People were clowning on her for this crap. Oh man.
building. Okay.
It's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because you're you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No,
Ma'am, please, not touching me.
I'm not touching
You
you.
just was previously.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in. where I live
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the
Okay,
bathroom.
I live here and you're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
What makes Zaxby's giant finger quesadilla so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and melty cheese. This man says he's been harassed repeatedly by white neighbors for fishing.
This is supposedly for residents only.
It's private way, so if you live in the neighborhood, all you have to do is
Introduce yourself.
Those are just 2 of 4 separate times in one day.
I'm not bothering anybody. There's no loud music. There's no drinking. There's no smoking. Not littering.
Before these went very viral, Anthony Gibson said he decided to start filming when 2 men came up to him after a similar thing happened before. They told him they'd been fishing at this pond for 7 years and had never been questioned, even though they didn't live there and he does. But he says they were white, and in Gibson's many experiences, that part is impossible to ignore.
It happens only to the black. How do I know this? Because I had my white friend with me, they didn't bother him. I had my white friend with me twice, and it didn't bother him.
Gibson says the police have been called on him multiple times. Once they found out he lived nearby, they left him to keep fishing. But even so, he's gotten more worried about his safety in this community and for others who look like him.
Stop putting black people in danger by calling the police on something as simple as fishing.
So they have their fatigue as well. And I think a lady who I found, if I can find her, I'll inject it inside of this video. As a matter of fact, let me find it and I'll just put it in.
Now, I said I wasn't going to get into this conversation because y'all always say I bring race into everything. But since this Caucasian woman brought up race, I feel like it's only right that I hop in on her action. You feel me? So she said that she has black fatigue. As if we not tired of y'all. You don't think we tired of every time we go somewhere, y'all clutching y'all purse, y'all acting like y'all scared of us? You don't think we tired of y'all feeling like y'all big and bad and can just ask us like, prove to me that you live here, prove to me that you work here, prove to me that who are you that I need to prove anything to you, raggedy bitch. Y'all care more about animals than y'all care about us. Don't nobody, we tired of y'all too. We are tired of y'all. If y'all can give us our own little area of land where we get to come around y'all, I guarantee you we will. And I guarantee you that the black community will flourish while y'all not gonna have shit. You wanna know why? Because y'all stole everything. Y'all stole everything y'all.
I wish this woman would shut up. Why? Bro, we can't even stick together. What makes you think that a black neighborhood will flourish? Man, you don't sit down somewhere, bro. Sit down somewhere with that.
I have talking about you got some black fatigue. We are tired of y'all too. We are tired. We are tired of the police taking our life. We tired of regular civilians thinking because they Caucasian they could just take our life. We are tired of y'all.
Well, I think I have a possibility why they doing this. It's our image. That's why. Our image is so bad that they just treat us how they want on to treat us. Yeah, I can't talk right. Head kind of hurting. And so that's basically why we get treated like, excuse my language, get treated like shit. If we had a good image, I guarantee you none of this would have happened. But since our image is so bad, it's just kind of like expected for like a black person to be like, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. You know what? I'm gonna go with ratchet. Ratchet, poor, and I can't come up with nothing else. So yeah, that's my take on that one.
Talking about y'all got fatigue. We got fatigue too, baby. We are tired. We damn near in a coma.
Pretty much, I agree. Like I said, you have a lot of emotionally and mentally immature people who are giving everybody else a bad rap. And at the end of the day, I don't look at those individuals and say they are representative of me or the people who I know and associate with. They're just who they are. And you got your ratchets in every race. I've seen some ratchet white folks too in restaurants popping off and being real disrespectful. It happens everywhere. So please don't think for a second that it's just black folks. As a matter of fact, I've been in restaurants where black people are looking like, oof, there goes the neighborhood. At the end of the day, this behavior is not cute. It's not funny. It's not sexy. It's not attractive. It's ratchet. It's disgusting. It's vile. And it's offensive. And I know so many people who don't want to be around it, myself included. And for the individuals who are going to come, because they always do, and they're going to defend this type of behavior, like,
Why y'all always policing someone's volume in public? Why do you always think people have to act a certain type of way?
act how you want to act, but don't be surprised when people don't want to be around it. Don't be surprised when people fight back. Don't be surprised when people call it out, because nobody's going to stay on mute for you. The only people who are not offended by this ratchosity, people who are ratchet themselves, who think it's cute, who think it's perfectly acceptable. Nobody with any ounce of civility is going to think this is appropriate. I don't even know how we got to this point. I always say I don't know. I really don't. But I think social media plays a huge role in giving people an audience. And the more people who like that content, the more people try to show up and show out. You know? If you keep shining a spotlight on a fool is going to go to extremes. You have white people who are fighting back who are like, you can call me racist all you want, I really don't care. That's the danger when you call everybody racist. It's like, you know, when there are instances when somebody really is racist, people are just going to do a collective eye roll because they're going to be like, yeah, y'all call everybody racist. And that's why you got to reserve these things for the big guns, when people are truly racist. A father being inside of a restaurant or at a gas station or in a hotel with his children, and he probably doesn't curse in the front of his kids. And I'm talking about, it could be a black father, it could be a Hispanic father, it could be whomever. And he doesn't curse around his kids, and he sees a bunch of people walk in and they're acting a damn fool and cussing and carrying on. He's going to feel a certain type of way. I wouldn't want anybody around my kids cussing and carrying on like that. And here's another thing too to consider, like, white people get called racist and black people get called a whole bunch of names. They get called coons, and in my case, because I'm not American, tethers. And it makes me wonder, because, you know, you have a subsect of like black folks who love to say we're not a monolith. I think they just like saying that word. But when somebody acts differently or thinks differently, they're like, oh, who do you think you are? Questioning your blackness, as they've done many times towards me and other black people who don't like these behaviors. And
as I said before, if you got a problem with it, I'll find somebody else. Because I'm looking for somebody who's going to help me get to the top. Who's going to treat me right. You feel me? So yeah, I'm 100% with her.
I remember a time when Candace Owens was basically at the forefront of saying like, oh, I don't like this ratchetness, and you know, we're acting too ghetto, and acting ghetto. Let me say this before I even continue about Candace Owens.
How am I already underwater?
Jesus Christ.
Because I've been using
Damn,
Grammarly's AI
YouTube
for
pissed
years
me
to keep.
off.
You can be from the ghetto and not ghetto. I have so many family members who are from inner cities. I mean, like the worst areas you could possibly imagine. I never had the mentality of the ghetto. Never. Ever. So when I say ghetto, I don't want people who are living in inner cities to think for a second that I'm demeaning you. If you don't have that mindset, then this doesn't apply to you. This don't apply to you. This is about people who have that toxic negative mindset. And that ain't you. Don't feel offended by it. Because where you are might be physical, like that's your physical location, but mentally you ain't there. You have a different mindset. But with Candace was calling a lot of this stuff out for years, and people berated her. Now, I think there were times when she went too far, where I was just like, ugh, that was harsh. But a lot of the things that she said was true too, and now you have a lot of black folks who are stepping up and saying, you know what, she had it right.
I ain't gonna lie. I listened to some viewpoints about the black community, and she's spot on. Yeah, I mean, even though, someone takes like, man, I really don't pay attention to it, but mainly I listen to is black issues. And most of the stuff she speaks about the black community, it's pretty good. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Facts are facts. But like she said though, some of the stuff that Candace don't be saying, nah, too harsh. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, sis.
Oh, I see where she was coming from. That's why I tell you, sometimes you have to expose yourself to different mindsets and different attitudes and different beliefs, and not be so quick to just shun it because you don't like how it sounds. Anyway, guys, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. I'm happy to see more people speaking up and speaking out against this subculture. Like I said, I don't believe it's black fatigue. I think that is the blanket label of it because, you know, it is what it is. They're referring to certain black people, but it's the subculture. Because I really doubt that anybody is having Serena Williams fatigue, and she's black. Damon Wayans fatigue. Beyonce Knowles Carter fatigue. Well, maybe you are. Maybe from a musical side, but no. Right now, I having mosquito fatigue because I didn't get bite up but 3 times. And some ain't even officially here yet. Yes, this is just me ranting. Anyway, drop your comments down below. And he bite me hard. if I see him again. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about all of this. For the black folks who are sick of this toxic, nasty, ghetto subculture, like what are your thoughts about it? Have you distanced yourself from individuals who you feel are like kind of like bringing down the culture, bringing down the race? Like, what are you doing to kind of stand aside, or you just don't care? Do you just not care? And for white folks who are watching, like, what do you think about this? What do you mean when you say black fatigue? For me, when I say it, I don't even say black fatigue. I just be like, these damn ratchet people are getting on my nerve. I don't say black fatigue, but like, what do you mean? Are you just referring to the subculture, or are you speaking about black people entirely? You're tired of all black people. What is it? So you can just talk down below and weigh in on the conversation in any way that you choose to. I am always grateful for your commentary, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, because on my platform, I don't expect all of you who come across my channel to agree with me. I don't. I just ask that you be respectful in your disagreement and attack the argument and not the host. Okay? What else was I going to say? Oh, if you would like to support this channel, please.
I think this video is fantastic. She did a great job. But the question I asked a few minutes ago, how do I feel about black culture? When I was younger, I used to thought some of that stuff was cool, besides killing people. But yeah, I used to thought sagging was cool. You know, listening music was like cool. You know, like this is usual like black people stuff. But as I got older, it's probably hit me while I was in when I was in high school, or maybe after high school. No, I think it was after high school when I graduated. After I graduated, excuse me. I started to realize that this ain't it. This ain't it. I went on my ways though. And I got off that black culture mindset. You know, just find things that bails me as a black man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But overall, good video, sis. Yes, sir. Even black people, what is it? This bulimia jail? How you want to pronounce her name? Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.